On May 8, 2025, the Catholic Church witnessed a momentous event, the election of its first-ever American Pope. Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost from Chicago ascended to the papacy, taking the name Pope Leo XIV. His election shattered centuries of tradition, signaling a shift in the Church's dynamics. As an American, his background adds intrigue to his papacy. The papacy has traditionally been held by Europeans. His election acknowledges the growing influence of Catholicism globally. It signifies the Church's evolving identity. Prevost's election comes at a time of significant challenges, from social justice issues to the climate crisis. The new pope faces a daunting task. The world watches to see how he will navigate these issues. Pope Leo XIV's election is a global event with far-reaching implications. His leadership will shape the future of the Catholic Church in the 21st century. Robert Francis Prevost's journey to the papacy began in the heartland of America, in a working-class neighborhood in Chicago. Born into a devout Catholic family, faith was deeply ingrained in Prevost from a young age. His upbringing in this vibrant city, known for its cultural diversity and blue-collar ethos, would leave an indelible mark on his character. As a young boy, Prevost actively participated in parish life, serving as an altar boy with unwavering dedication. His commitment to his faith was evident to all who knew him. Beyond his religious duties, Prevost was an active and engaged youth. He developed a passion for baseball, a sport deeply ingrained in the fabric of Chicago. Prevost's Chicago roots provided him with a grounded perspective that would serve him well throughout his life. His upbringing instilled in him the values of hard work, humility, and compassion for those less fortunate. From the bustling streets of Chicago to the grandeur of the Vatican, Prevost carried with him the spirit of his hometown, a spirit of resilience, inclusivity, and unwavering faith. Following his calling to serve God, Robert Francis Prevost embarked on a path less traveled by young men from Chicago. He became a missionary. Drawn to the needs of the less fortunate, he felt a strong pull towards Latin America. This decision would lead him to Peru, a country grappling with poverty and social inequities, where he would dedicate a significant portion of his life. Prevost's missionary work in Peru was far from glamorous. He immersed himself in the lives of the people he served, living among them in impoverished communities. He learned Spanish fluently, embracing the local culture and customs. He worked tirelessly to improve the lives of the marginalized, focusing on education, healthcare, and economic empowerment. His efforts earned him the respect and admiration of the local communities he served. In 2022, when devastating floods ravaged Peru, Prevost's true character shone through. He organized relief efforts, comforted grieving families, and helped rebuild shattered communities. These values would later become central to his papacy as Pope Leo XIV. While Robert Francis Prevost's heart remained deeply connected to the people he served in Peru, his dedication and leadership qualities did not go unnoticed within the Catholic Church. His unwavering commitment to his missionary work, coupled with his sharp intellect and administrative skills, marked him as a rising star within the church hierarchy. In 2014, Pope Francis, recognizing Prevost's dedication and ability, appointed him as the Bishop of Chiclayo, a diocese in Peru. As bishop, Prevost continued his work with the poor and marginalized, championing their cause and advocating for social justice. He also demonstrated his administrative prowess, effectively managing the diocese and its resources. Prevost's impressive work in Chiclayo led to his appointment as Archbishop in 2019. This elevation further solidified his position as a key figure within the Church, particularly in Latin America. In a move that surprised many, Pope Francis called Prevost back to Rome in 2023. He was appointed to oversee bishop nominations, a position of significant influence within the Church. Section 5. The Legacy of Leo, the Significance of the Papal Name. The selection of a papal name is a deeply symbolic act, laden with historical and theological significance. When Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost became pope, he chose the name Leo XIV, a name with a weighty legacy. The name Leo evokes Pope Leo XIII, known for his social teachings and efforts to engage with the modern world. By choosing Leo XIV, Prevost signals his intention to follow in his namesake's footsteps. His choice suggests a focus on social justice and a commitment to dialogue. The name Leo also recalls Pope Leo the Great, a 5th-century pope known for strong leadership. Choosing Leo XIV is a powerful statement reflecting a deep understanding of the Church's history. Section 6. A World Rejoices. Reactions to Pope Leo XIV's election. The news of Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost's election as Pope Leo XIV sent shockwaves across the globe, igniting a wave of celebrations and reactions from world leaders, religious figures, and ordinary people alike. The historic nature of his election, being the first American pope, amplified the global response, with many seeing it as a watershed moment for the Catholic Church. In the United States, Prevost's home country, the reaction was one of immense pride and jubilation. From his hometown of Chicago to cities and towns across the nation, American Catholics poured into the streets, waving flags and expressing their joy. Church bells rang out across the country marking this historic occasion. Politicians from both sides of the aisle offered their congratulations, highlighting the unifying effect of Prevost's election. The Vatican City, the epicenter of the Catholic world, erupted in celebration, as the traditional white smoke billowed from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, signaling the election of a new pope. Pilgrims and tourists from around the world gathered in St. Peter's Square, their faces a mix of astonishment and delight. International leaders and organizations also joined in congratulating the newly elected Pope Leo XIV. Section 7. A Pope of the People, Prevost's Character and Values. Beyond the pomp and ceremony of the papal election, it is the character and values of Robert Francis Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, that have captured the imagination of Catholics and non-Catholics alike. Described as humble, compassionate, and deeply spiritual, Pope Leo XIV embodies a blend of traditional values and a modern outlook. This unique combination has endeared him to people from all walks of life, fostering a sense of hope and optimism for the future of the Church. Those who know him well often describe Pope Leo XIV as a man of the people. His years spent as a missionary in Peru instilled in him a deep empathy for the marginalized and a passion for social justice. He is known for his warmth, his ability to connect with people from all backgrounds, and his genuine concern for their well-being. Despite his gentle nature, Pope Leo XIV is no stranger to taking a stand on issues he believes in. He has been a vocal advocate for the poor and marginalized, speaking out against economic inequality and social injustice. His stances on these issues have earned him both praise and criticism, but he has never shied away from speaking truth to power. Section 8. Navigating a Complex World, Challenges Facing the New Pontiff. As Pope Leo XIV assumes the mantle of leadership, he inherits a world grappling with unprecedented challenges. From political polarization and social unrest, to the ongoing climate crisis and the rise of technological advancements, the new pontiff faces a daunting array of issues that demand his attention. One of the most pressing challenges facing Pope Leo XIV is the growing secularization of the Western world. With declining church attendance and a growing disconnect between traditional religious beliefs and modern values, the new pope will need to find ways to make the Church's message relevant to a new generation. Another significant challenge is the issue of social justice. The gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen, and issues of inequality, poverty, and discrimination persist in many parts of the world. The Catholic Church itself faces internal challenges that Pope Leo XIV will need to address. Section 9. A New Chapter for the Church, the Future, under Pope Leo XIV. The election of Pope Leo XIV marks the beginning of a new chapter in the long and storied history of the Catholic Church. As the first American pope, he brings a fresh perspective and a unique set of experiences to the papacy. His leadership is eagerly anticipated by Catholics and non-Catholics alike, who are curious to see how he will guide the Church in the 21st century. Pope Leo XIV's papacy is likely to be characterized by a focus on social justice, a commitment to dialogue, and a willingness to engage with the modern world. One of the key areas where Pope Leo XIV's influence is likely to be felt is in the Church's approach to social issues. His papacy is expected to be characterized by a strong emphasis on social justice, environmental protection, and the promotion of peace. He is likely to use his platform to advocate for the poor and marginalized, to challenge injustice, and to promote a more just and equitable world. The world watches with anticipation as Pope Leo XIV embarks on his papacy, carrying the hopes and aspirations of millions of Catholics worldwide.